University of Houston. Yes, from where I went to do some official engagement. Just finished and about to get out of here. And I thought I made this live stream about what is taking place here in the United States, where I've lived for nearly 30 years. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International, Facebook, YouTube. Once again, this is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International. We exist for global justice. Yes, global peace and security through justice. Today we're going to be focusing on the Donald Trump presidency here in the United States of America. A lot of people are asking questions about one man called Elon Musk, born in South Africa, migrated here when he was 24, and made a fortune here, got so much money. Now the money appears to be getting into his head. Now he wants to perhaps become the president of the United States. The questions Americans everywhere is asking now today is between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who actually is the president of the United States. I just saw one of the news reports from one major anchor, asking questions about how Donald Trump spoke for 2,400 and something words. Elon Musk spoke about 3,000 plus words in the Oval Office of the United States. Yes, and the guy said that it's a tradition, something that has never has happened, and he violated the dress code, and which means, and then he has his son, 4-year-old son, with him in the Oval Office where they are supposed to be doing state business. Little boy disrupting activities, speaking when the president of the United States of America was speaking, and Elon Musk, interrupted the president speaking. Something is not right. That is what Americans are saying. Americans are asking this question between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, who actually is the president of the United States of America. Americans, have your say. Yes, I am here. I want you to, share your opinion, share your thoughts. Are you seeing a lot of strange things happening here in the United States and around the world? In fact, how the policy, the U.S. foreign policy on Africa, especially with reference to South Africa, is shaping because of this spoiled child from South Africa who is now looming bigger than the rest of the world. And I think we should cut him to size before he gets out of control. And Donald Trump needs to really advise himself. He needs to do introspection. We don't know him. We've never known Donald Trump to be a wimp to the extent that he will become a puppet of a little boy. I don't care how much money he has. Elon Musk. Something is not right. And it's something that must be addressed with urgency. Seriously. Hey, McKenna, how are you? How you doing? Hey, Shunshand Babe Hub. How are you doing? Martina Heget Dozova. How are you? Please let us know where you are tuning in from. So this is a vexatious issue that we are having to deal with right now. Facebook, where are you? Hey, come on live. YouTube is doing great. I see them streaming in and coming in. Please share this broadcast. The question is between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who is the president of the United States. Why is Elon Musk becoming so powerful in the United States? Yes, where? What is the magic? What is he doing? What's going on? Americans want to know. Yes, who did they elect? When we went to the poll in November, who did Americans elect as president? Did they elect Elon Musk or they elected Donald J. Trump? Well, from what I saw from the scorecard, the two persons who were in the presidential race were Kamala Harris of the Democratic Party and Donald J. Trump of of the Republican Party. So, but what we are seeing right now is scary, it's horrifying. It looks like some traditions that are so historic that have lived with the United States are being broken right here, and some violations of the country's constitution. I think Americans need to start asking a lot of questions that they have not asked. Now we have been all carried away by the election blues. This is the time to deal with the reality of what is on the ground. What do Americans expect from President Donald Trump? Is he going to be able to rein in this man, this spoiled child from South Africa called Elon Musk, who thinks that his money, he can buy the whole world with his money? But it's only one person in the world. And Americans, I know, are capable of standing up and then reclaiming their country, which appears to be on the way to being taken away by one man with so much money. I don't know, is he from this planet, to be very candid? And look at the confusion it's creating in South Africa. And I'm very happy the way South Africa is reacting to this. We people need to stand up to bullies. Well, with this the 21st century, century of equality, century of respect. That's what we need right now. Century of unity, century of building global peace and confidence. We don't want to make this century of a century of another war. We don't want it. We don't want it. Oh, yes. So if you're listening, the question is between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Who is the president of the United States? Why should Elon Musk bring his 4-year-old to an official business? Yes, on a weekday, not on a party. It's not a, yeah, if it was a party, yeah, that's fine. Who is he that he will come and disrupt the president of the United States when he's speaking? Who is he that he will interrupt him? You know, I know that Donald Trump does not need money from Elon Musk because he has more than enough money on his own. So what is it? So President Donald Trump, will you be able to cut this guy to size and be the president of the United States? The whole world is looking up to you for leadership at a very, very, very trying moment in our global history. So you must be seen to provide that type of leadership. But I can tell you personally that Elon Musk will negatively impact your presidency unless you stand up. You need to stand up for your right and fight back. It is the best thing that happened to Africa. No more aid. I am African from Eritrea. Yes, my brother from Eritrea. I love that. We don't want aid. Africa does not need aid from anybody. Yes, I love that. Cut off the aid. We don't need it. The aid has made Africans lazy. The aid has made Africans unable to hold their leaders accountable. Yes, I am a big fan of cutting off that aid. And you know what? Those who drive the aid, when they bring the money to Africa, you know what they do? They support terrorism. They are some of the ones bankrolling Boko Haram in Nigeria and creating they are the ones creating the confusion in Eritrea and all those other places. So that was a master stroke. Cut the aid. I agree with you. No problem. Never return it. We don't want it. Africa has all the resources to be the greatest continent on earth. So let them take the aid. We don't need it. No country on earth should be bringing no aid to Africa. Aid from what they stole from us. Aid from what they took from us. Look at what they are doing in Congo. Set the whole country on fire. Yes. And then come back and give them aid. The United Nations peacekeepers are not keeping peace. They are stealing resources. They are digging minerals. That is not their brief. That's not what they were sent there to do. We don't want any of them anymore. So let them keep their aids wherever they keep them. Let Africans sort out themselves. I love that removal. Thank you, Donald Trump. Be president of the United States. Get rid of Elon Musk. He's not a good man. He will wreck you. He will destroy your presidency. Be your own man. You are a tough man. I don't understand why Elon Musk is becoming overbearing around you. You got to wake up. Remember that you are elected by the people of the United States. You were not elected by Elon Musk. You should not be a wimp to him. You should not be his puppet. You should be the puppet of the American people, because they were the ones who elected you to serve them. And this is what it is. And this is what it must be. This is what it has always been. So, President Trump, you have a choice to make. You have a serious choice to make. Elon Musk is not doing you any good. So whatever you need to do to get rid of him, let him not influence you and influence you negatively, please do what you have to do. Remember, Americans are very, very sensitive people. Yes, they are very, very sensitive and very, very responsive. So have that at the back of your mind always. Americans did not elect Elon Musk as their president. If he wants to be president, let him return to South Africa and be president. Like me, because we are not natural born, he cannot run to be president of Nigeria. I cannot run to be president of the United States. But my children can run to be president of the United States. If he has children, his children can run. But not he. He should not be a shadow president of the United States. I don't care how much money he has. Let him go and administer his money. Let him go and administer his business. But he should not be allowed. Americans must not allow that arrogant young man to destroy their country. That is what he's looking for. And look at what he put Donald Trump on a high jump in South Africa. Look at the way South Africans are reacting right now. American businesses, they're going to take them down. All right? And then we're not going to be selling mineral resources to America. America makes $20 billion profit every year. $20 billion US dollar profit from trade with South Africa. And now they are going to lose that because of the influence of Elon Musk on President Trump. Americans, much. Put 20 billion US dollars. It can go into a lot of things. We are talking about healthcare that is ailing. 20 billion to fund healthcare in this country will make a lot of difference. And this is happening every year. So America loses 20 billion US dollars from not trading with South Africa. You see, people can react to some of these things. It's time to start standing up. This is why I love what is taking place. Cut your aid. We don't want aid in Africa. Africa does not need no aid. Africans need to wake up now, because the aid is the reason why Africans are unable to get up to demand accountability from those who lead them. So thank you, Donald Trump. But you must take one step further. Get rid of Elon Musk. Be the president of the United States. Don't be a puppet of Elon Musk. Elon Musk has come to destroy. He will wreck you. Yeah. Bruce, Gorman, you're asking me a question. Why are you not informed about Musk? It's not part of deciding what is done with what is funded. You are the one who is not understanding. You are the one who is not understanding. I bet perhaps you are from South Africa. You are going to support Elon Musk. Yeah, but I want to tell you now, the United States is not South Africa. It's a different ball game here. South Africans are very, very conscious. and they are ready to die for their country. All right, so it's a different ball game here. We know all that Elon Musk has been doing, and you know. So why is he so prominent? Why is he the one at the forefront of everything? He's not an American like that. Yes, he has a U.S. citizenship, but he should not be overbearing on the office of the President of the United States. Who is he? I know a lot about his activities. He should go and manage his businesses. Go and build more whatever it is that is building. All right? Let him go and build more cars. Make his money. But the area he's treading is very dangerous. Yeah, he wants to derail President Trump from doing his job, from serving the United States. Yes. Yes, I agree. Legacy of free domain. Elon is not that smart. No, he's not. He uses the smartness of other people, to get smart. But this one is very dangerous, what he's doing right now. Yeah, he's treading on a very, very dangerous ground. So either he advises himself or President Trump gets rid of him. President Trump, you are becoming very, very unpopular, and you cannot afford to be this unpopular at the beginning of your presidency. For real. This is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Yes, it's okay to have friends. If you want to deal with it, you put him in the shadow. But don't let him take the front seat. You are minimizing your presidency by allowing Elon Musk to take critical decisions about what happens here in the United States. That is dangerous. Okay, let me see, my brother Precious. He said Eritrea put under sanction. Yes, for 23 years. No food and no gas, no medicine. Yes. Syed, okay, because we said no to food aid. Yes. Yes, I follow the Eritrean and I love the president of Eritrea, how he stood up and he stood his ground. Yes, we must defend our dignity as a people. They see us as beggars and they look down on us because of stupid leaders in Africa and that they put puppets all over the place. So puppets who have criminal background like the one in Nigeria, he cannot open his mouth to say anything. He's an agent. Yes, because they will show him his criminal background report and then they shut him up. They can't do that to someone like me. They can't do that with anybody with clean hands. So that's how they hold Africa down. Yes, they sponsor puppets. Yeah, we don't want them anymore. So this is a wake-up call. Honestly, the coming of Donald Trump is a huge blessing to Africa and the African people. We must take advantage of this moment to set ourselves free. Yes, and to fast-track the unification of Africa, the way our founding fathers had seen it. They saw today, 80 years ago. They saw what is taking place in Africa today, 80 years ago. But some people prevented them from having that organic one Africa, one economy, one reserve bank, one with an Africa without border, and Africa with one military. They know that if Africa had all this put together, nobody could beat Africa. Nobody could come into Africa to manipulate leaders. Yes, because they'll be having the whole of Africa to deal with. That's why they balkanized our countries, created all the fake countries that we have right now that are not able to progress. Yes, turn all of us into beggars, and turn all of us into refugees, turn all of us into exile. This is the moment for right-thinking Africans, yes, who love Africa, who love the African humanity, to come back home and let us think about how to build a new Africa. Yeah, a new Africa where no man will be oppressed. A new Africa that will come together and deal with the world as equals and no more as vassals. And they don't want that. So Donald Trump's coming is a way out of the chains in which Africa has been. So this is the reason why Elon Musk is creating the type of confusion he wants to create in South Africa. But I'm happy the way the South Africans are responding. Yes. Respect our sovereignty. Respect who we are as a people. Yes. So, Elon Musk, please advise yourself. President Donald Trump, in your best interest, let Elon Musk go. If you want to be his friend, yes, if he has a valuable advice that he has to give to you, put him at a shadow level. Don't bring him to the fore because he's diminishing your presidency. Yes, he's diminishing your presidency. The time when they call evil is good. All right, stay away from minors and practice dental hygiene. All right, so have your say. And please share this broadcast. Ask questions. Make inputs. Yes, make input. Let your voice be heard. So we take this message to President Trump that a lot of people are not happy with how Elon Musk has taken the central stage, shaping what is supposed to be his presidency in a direction that they are getting more and more concerned about. It is time. Americans, I know you are sensitive. Americans, I know you are responsive. I know you have to mount pressure, to get what you want. Unlike our countries in Africa, where one man will stand up and does whatever he wants, and nobody holds him accountable. I love this country. I've been here since 30 years. Yes, I came here legally. I didn't come behind I didn't run across the border. I came here legally. I have lived in South Africa. I have lived in Nigeria, and I'm living here. Yes, I've spent more than half of my life here. Yes, so I know how it works here. This is a beautiful country that must not be allowed to go down the drain. So this is the reason why all of us must stand up in defense of this global conglomerate called the United States of America. Yes, we must show respect for this country. We must rise up and defend it. Because if they destroy America, the whole world will be heavily negatively impacted. We don't want that. We don't want that. So, President Donald Trump, you got to do something about Elon Musk. He's shadowing you. Yeah, he has no right to bring his 4-year-old to the Oval Office and then shut you up while he was speaking. He spoke over 3,000 words, and you only spoke 2,000 plus words. He's not the president of the United States. You were the one that was elected president of the United States. Who is Elon Musk to take the center stage? Yeah, why should he? Even assuming if he's the one bankrolling the whole of America, he has no right to assume the role that he's assuming. Yes, you can appoint him something, but he must not be overbearing to the point of derailing you. Americans, have your say. Let's hear more people. Let's hear more perspective. Yes, Donald Trump supporters. I know a lot of you come to my to be part of my stream every day. I want to hear you. Let us speak honestly about this. Partisan politics is gone. We are dealing with the country now as a country, and we as a people have your say. Your future can be endangered if certain things are allowed to take place here. You have a right to rise up and stand up and ask questions about the way your country is running with Elon Musk. With Elon Musk putting your president in a near hostage situation. We should not allow it happen. He must not be allowed to hold President Trump hostage. This is why we are asking questions. Everybody must, stand up to, make sure that your citizenship is not threatened here in this country. Americans, have your say. Yes. So other people are watching as this is going on. Yes, a lot of people are watching to see how America is going to fare with all this that is going on. the overbearing stance of Elon Musk is too dangerous for America. It's really dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. And it should not be allowed to happen. Yes, a lot of people are complaining, a lot of people are saying a lot of things. Yes, so, and this is the reason why we are making this broadcast, bringing Americans out to speak their minds on what is taking place in their country. And then global reaction. So, what Elon Musk is doing. Yes, South Africans are angry, with his attitude. A man who, if actually he truly loves his country, should not be the one who instigate the kind of what he has instigated led to President Trump making such a far-reaching policy statement that will definitely impact a lot of South Africans. Why I think it was driven by Elon Musk racist approach to South Africa. He doesn't see himself as a South African. Otherwise, with all that he has, what has he put inside South Africa? What is he doing in Africa? Does he believe he's an African? No. The black people whose ancestors were brought here, my ancestors brought here as slaves, they call themselves Americans. The white extremists like Elon Musk, he doesn't see himself as an African. He wants to do everything to destabilize that continent, starting with South Africa, where he was born. Now he's bringing his evil to the United States of America. No. Americans, it's your call to stand up, to resist. Yes, and resist him. And then to stand up, to tell the president of your country, the man you elected. I saw the feverish enthusiasm that greeted the election of President Donald Trump. President Trump, you must not disappoint Americans. You must not let them down. Yes, because of your relationship with Elon Musk. Elon Musk was not elected president of the United States. You were elected the president of the United States, and it is you, the box stops at your table, and it is you that is going to be held accountable for the failure or otherwise of the United States under your presidency. So you have your name to defend. You have your calling to defend. It is time that you break away. And then I don't want to call you a puppet of Elon Musk. Don't even conjecture it. Don't think about it at all. Yeah, you are better than that. You are a street shooter. You can look Elon Musk in the face and tell him, hey, we can't do this way. Let's end this now in the best interest of America. I don't believe Elon Musk is interested in the strategic interest of America beyond his gains. What he's doing is driven by economics. Yeah, your quantum reality. You are asking me why did I not stay in Africa to make your country better? Okay, now I want to ask you a question. Where do you come from? If you don't answer where you are from, then I'm not going to answer you. If you tell me your country, where you come from, then I will answer you. But if you choose not to respond to that, I'm not going to answer you. I don't owe you any obligation to address your question. All right? If it was meant to insult me, I'm not going to give you a room to continue. But if you tell me where you come from, then I'll be better positioned to respond with specifics to your question. Does that sound nice to you? All right. Name one thing he did that was wrong. Yes. One thing, canceling. Go and read his statement on South Africa. All right. Go and read his statement on South Africa. And that's one thing. If you read it, then come back and then we can talk about it. I'm not going to tell you what he said. You go and read it by yourself so you can see it by yourself. Read it, and then if you have common sense, think about it, and then come back to me and then ask me. All right? Elon left South Africa because of its corruption. Very good. Who made South Africa corrupt? Elon comes from a racist He came with a racist ideology. Yeah, and he left South Africa because he lost all the privileges that gave him right to sign a pass for a black man to leave his hometown to go to Johannesburg. So he could not deal with it anymore because he was stripped bare of that power to tell a black man what to do. So that it is understandable. So that the white privilege that was given to white only, he lost that. So I can imagine why. But since he came here, when he came here, did he get all those privileges? Ask him. Okay, your next question, sir. I will answer it. I was born a 10th generation American. Okay, 10th generation American. Where did your ancestors come from? 10th generation American. Where did your... I hope you are not a European. If you are a European, shut your mouth up and don't say anything. Okay? Because America is not Europe. All right? 10th generation American, yes. There are people who came here 700 years ago. All right? 700 years ago. Americans than that. So be quiet. We are talking about now. You are telling me about Africa. I am in Africa all the time. But this is where I live right now. Like your ancestors came. They came. Well, how did they come? Some of them escaped the abuse in Europe, right? All right. Some of them drag the black people down here. All right. Black people who did not want to come here. But I came here as an intellectual. Don't you see how I speak? Don't you listen to me? I came here with skills. And my skills has helped America. I've worked in the best cancer hospital here in the United States. Go and check my record at the MD Anderson Cancer Hospital. All right? I worked at the thoracic oncology department there. People without brain don't come there. And I don't know how brainy you are. Perhaps you are not qualified to come and work there. But I did there. I made a difference before I left there. So what are you telling me? America is not Europe. America is an immigrant country now, the way it is. So don't come with that insult, because I'm not going to take it from... Yeah, that's nonsense. All right? We are talking about now. Yeah, you insulted me. That is exactly... Don't say that, because after you guys insult people, and then you come when I react, that's not fair. Yes, and as I'm doing here, I'm impacting. A lot of Africans are listening to me right now. They are learning a lot of lessons from me being here. So my being here is a huge blessing to both Americans that I serve every day of my life here. Yes, and the Africans who are listening to me right now about an alternative way of doing things. I have a foundation with which I work to raise awareness, especially about leadership. Yes, I am preaching. And Africans are here listening to my messages every day. Yes, a lot of things are happening because of the messages that I reel out every day to Africans. Africans, and especially in Nigeria right now, they are now able to speak out to challenge their government. And it's part of what I am doing. Yes, do you know that the government in Nigeria declared me wanted? Yes, because they see me as waking my fellow compatriots up there. I am doing a lot of work, not just in Nigeria, across Africa, and people who are listening to my message from everywhere on the surface of this earth. Words change nations. Martin Luther King's words changed America. So let us show respect for one another. It's very important. Well, I didn't mean to be offensive, but let's just, next time, don't ask these questions, because nobody owns this world. The world is a stage. Let us play our part and get away and just, leave legacies behind. All right. Legacy free domain. Thanks for the advice. I will definitely drink some water. All right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Are you from Haiti? No, I am from Nigeria. I live here, and I hold both Nigerian and American citizenship. So I am an American. I'm a Nigerian too. All right. Uh, low curtains. Trump for emperor 2028. Nobody can be an emperor in America. America has a democracy, and the people know how to deal with leadership. When they veer off the line, and I'm sure that Americans will, uh, do what they need to do to put Donald Trump in line so he can serve them better. So that's the great thing about one thing I know about America. Nobody can be an emperor here. It is impossible to be. You may try to want to be, you know, uh, you know. Yes, I have a family. That's your quantum reality. Okay. I have family that have fought in many wars for this country. Yes, thank you for that. I have families too who have fought so much for this country, and I'm fighting for this country too. You don't even know if my children, some are in the army. You don't even know. I have friends who have served this country. I have ancestors who were brought here and started about 500 years ago. They fought. Have you heard about when Bob Marley sang Buffalo Soldier? They won the war for America. Did you hear that? Yes. Did you hear about the Tuskegee who fought for this country? So everybody, when you are in a country, every generation is called to the duty of working for that country, and that is what it is. So if that's what you did, cool, that's fine. Legacy. Name one bad thing in project. Here is we are talking about. I'm not here. I am not an enemy of Donald Trump. I'm bringing the questions America. That is all. That is all. I am bringing the questions, critical questions that Americans. So that is all. My job is not to be an enemy of Donald Trump, but my job here is to present the data arising from his presidency. Yes, that is what I am bringing. And then when I have a reason to air my own personal opinion, because I'm a taxpayer here, I'm a responsible citizen here, and my children are here, and I have to defend their interest. When anything that is done to take away from their benefits as citizens, my benefit as a citizen of the United States, I'm going to raise my voice. That is why I exist here. So I have a right to do what I am doing. I never feel guilty doing that. He said, okay, Hassanet, you're asking what is my opinion about the DRC and Rwandan war. It is a sad thing, very, very sad, that we are going through that again in Africa, really. But Hassan, that war is not our war. That war is not an African war. It's a proxy war. It is a war or for the mineral resources in the Democratic Republic of Congo. How Kagame is playing into it, I don't know exactly. But he claims, when you hear him speak, he's claiming to defend the territory of Rwanda against invasion by the one they call M23. Somebody is behind the M23 people and those creating that crisis. Somebody is funding that war. That war it breaks my heart when I hear about that war. And so many people are dying. Innocent women and children are being slaughtered. People have a quarter of the country lives in an IDP camp in their country. They live in refugee camp. And if you know the size of Congo and what is inside that country, can drive the whole world. Yes, a lot of mineral resources. So that thing is not an African war. And sadly, Africa does not have the mechanism for conflict resolution. And we refer a solution. We look for a solution from those who are creating and sponsoring the war. That is the reason why it is urgent, and the need for Africa to speedily, and I mean speedily, with speed, go and unify that continent. So we have one central government, a network of government that will administer our resources and stop the massacre of our people. Congo is so rich. Since independence, that country has not known peace. The Belgians killed over 12 million Congolese. Yes. Then they killed the man who could have rescued the country, Patrice Lumumba. Since they killed that man, the country has not known peace. They killed him, took his body to Belgium. Yeah, you know what the Belgians did? They dissolved his body in a concentrated hydrochloric acid. The only thing they brought back a few years ago was one tooth of a great African, a great revolutionary. And since then, this country has not known peace. I don't know what the Congolese are doing, why they cannot say that they have had enough, what it is. Sadly, we don't have an African Union. An African Union that cannot pay its own bills. An African Union that could not build its own secretariat in Addis Ababa. It took China, yes, China to come and build the secretariat for a whole continental African Union building. And then you thought China built that place for free? I am, you know what the Chinese are doing inside Africa right now? We are talking about what we suffered before. It's going to be worse. And that is why we must stand up right now. They are everywhere digging up our minerals and then polluting our waters, destroying everything. Africa has no leadership. And this is the reason why we must wake up and start looking for the real people who love Africa as leaders of Africa. You see what the young man in Burkina Faso is doing. I'm talking about Ibrahim Traore. That man is doing a great job. Your young man, 36 years old now. Then the guy in Mali, the guy in Niger, the guy in Senegal, sanitizing. The whole of Africa must be liberated. So we can have an Africa driven by Africans with love for Africa and with love for its people. Yes. 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 So this is where we are. So the war in DRC is unfortunate. It's sad. Sometimes I'm concerned about the behavior of Rwanda too. Not just Rwanda, the president of Rwanda, Kagame. I think he's staying too long in power. And I'm afraid that when he leaves, there's going to be trouble in Rwanda again. There's going to be a serious trouble in Rwanda when Kagame leaves. He has overstayed his welcome. What I would think he would have done would be to leave and hand over to someone else. Yes, and be like an advisor. But I'm concerned about what the hell that is going to be let loose when he steps down. I pray that it doesn't happen because I'm tired of Africa being up in flames. But what is happening right there now is a fight for mineral resources. And the Congo is so underdeveloped with all the resources that the country has. The people are not benefiting anything from it. All they are benefiting is debt. Debt. And in the midst of what is taking place, the people who come to steal mineral resources are still continuing to do so because it is those who fund this war. I wish we had an African Union that is sensitive and responsive and can really quickly rally and do what they need to do to end that carnage there. But I can tell you that they can't do anything unless we get more men taking over, like Nigeria is taken over by a revolutionary, Ghana is taken over by a revolutionary, Ivory Coast is taken over by a revolutionary, and the whole continent, they will be able to solve the problem. The problem will be solved. Look at what is taking place. The worst criminal is leading Kenya. So what are you going to, what do you expect? And then what about Uganda? Museveni has been in power for how many? Over 40 years. What is he doing there? And he wants to run again. Or they say he wants to put his son now as the next leader. That is what they do. You cannot get a solution to that continent's problem with people like that in power. It bleeds my heart. It bleeds my heart to see that. It's really sad. Yes. All right, so let's go back to this. He said, okay, another such lovely people as compared to black Americans. What is wrong with black Americans, in your opinion? uh, let me tell you, my brother. Nigerians are very good people. Black Americans are very good people. They are not bad. People react. People become what they become because they are of their environment. And that is why it is very important that we create an enabling environment for people to thrive. Our conditions are different. Yes, if I tell you what's going on in Nigeria now, you will bleed too. When your life is made a life of survivor, you have to struggle to get everything. You react differently from another person who has all the things that he needs to survive on earth. And then he doesn't have to fight and struggle for them. They are there. So it's a different thing. So I'm not going to be one who will judge the black Americans. I have a lot of friends who are African Americans. I call them Africans because there's nothing like Africa America, but that's the name they are given here. I don't see any. What my work, part of my work is to bridge the gap. Yes, we do have some misunderstandings here and there. And the reason is because of what some people were told in this side and what we were told about some people, you know. But now we have discovered that all of them are lies created to keep us divided. We cannot continue to keep ourselves divided. So this is the reason why we must come together to understand each other's history and our background on different perspectives so we can blend and blend very well. So my work is for the unification of all black people, you know, and the unification of all humankind, because there's only one race, and that's the human race. All the division that we see were created and are being sustained by politicians, driven by economics. They are not driven by the love of the people. And you see some of them, on Sundays, they go to church. On Friday, they go to the mosque calling on God that they don't believe in. If you are a child of God, you truly believe in God. God is a uniter. God is not a divider. God brings people together so they can enjoy the beauty of this world. And that is why he said, live in heaven on earth here. Yes, this is where the first heaven is. Every other thing is maybe when we die, we'll find out if there's another heaven and the hellfire that we are talked about. But this here we are is what we know. We have a moral obligation to make it good and peaceful, and so human beings can and do what we need to do. God called us to a duty of respect for one another. But one question is, why do some people think they have rights to stand on other people's head? You look at what happened in human history. Slavery, colonialism, imperialism, globalization, and all this benefits some people driven by economics and not driven by the unification of the world. They don't care about human beings. People are dying right now in Congo, like one young man pointed out here. They don't care. But they are, as long as they are making money, they don't care how much blood is flowing and how many children are dying on a daily basis, how many women are being raped. They don't care. That's none of their business. It's as long as they make that money. And that's why we are calling for global justice. And that is the reason why we want the United States to champion the democratization of the United Nations. Yes, it's very, very important. The lack of democracy in the United Nations is something that bothers me a lot. We can't continue United Nations like that. It's the most undemocratic global institution on earth. They see all kinds of evil going on. They are handicapped. They can't do anything. And who are the members of the United Nations Security Council? Only 5 countries. Only 5 of 194 countries on earth. Is that fair? And nobody is speaking for me. Who speaks for Africa at the United Nations Security Council? Nobody. Nobody. The only thing they grant us is every September we come and talk about our stories of wars, while our people are dying, while we don't have vaccines and all that. So that is why I love the fact that this aid thing needs to be cut off, so that Africans and the rest of the world will go back to their various countries and start thinking to how to better serve themselves. Because the aid thing in Africa is the reason we have some of the most irresponsible leaders in Africa. Yes, they sit down there, wait for the aid. Yes, they don't know that they know because they are corrupt. The aid that they receive in Africa is part of what was taken from Africa. They are so dumb asses that they don't think. All right, all they do is America brings 10 billion US dollars. They will share it right there, and they don't give nothing to the people. Now that they won't have anything to share, I believe they will start thinking, and the people too will start thinking about the type of people they put in leadership positions. Those who can build, utilize, expand, extend, and sustain capacity beyond themselves for the good of all the people. I love this moment. Truly, I love this moment. But I got to go right now. So let me appeal to everybody who tuned in. Please, if you are here and you have not subscribed to our channel, the ONN channel, please, before I leave, can you just, help this brother, help us expand our work. We want to build an organic movement for the world, peace and security and justice. That is what we're about. So if you have not subscribed, and those following us on Facebook, if you have not followed, please follow Open Nigeria. For those on YouTube, subscribe, please. And if you want to support us, there are links to what you can do to support us, expand this message, expand our horizon, so we'll continue to be able to be here to stream and tell you the message of truth, and then hear your own perspective. We don't get offended. People call me name, it doesn't bother me, but I love you, because that's what the Almighty commanded us to do. I am not a terrorist, and I will never do anything to undermine the national security of the United States. I have been investigated for terrorism for 10 years. My green card was seized here in this country. And then when they finished, and I respect that they had to do what they had to do, they called me apologizing for what happened. And that's the reason why, one of the reasons that inspire my work. And I know the role of Senator John Connie. He's a white man, very good man. The role he played in my case. When I had to tell him what I was dealing with, he called me, send me all your immigration papers. I sent everything. He called me 3 days later and said, Smart, I've looked into your case. You're a very good guy. The only thing I can do, I cannot influence an outcome. This investigation has to run its full course, but stay here and be law-abiding and just stay out of trouble. And I said, yes. He came here, actually. We spoke. He told me everything. How my file was written right on the table of the President of the United States. That was where my file was. Yeah, that was how serious my case is. I'm not a Muslim, but I don't know how they picked me up as a special interest. I think I went to Galveston. Yeah, that was where it started. And my cousin came to the United States to visit. Then in Nigeria, we studied world geography. We studied Galveston. He said, oh, I want to visit the Galveston Island. So we went there. I didn't know. We were taking pictures. We enjoyed, had a good time at the beaches. And then we took a lot of pictures. But in the evening, the following morning, FBI was at my house at 6 a.m. And they started questioning me about that until I knew that was what was. I presented the camera to them. They said they were not interested in taking the camera. So they investigated me for 10 years. Yes, from South Africa, Nigeria, where I was. 10 years. I couldn't leave this country. So I know America so well. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I wish Nigeria was like that, where they could, check people out who have Boko Haram. Yes, I was checked out. So when I'm speaking to you about the United States, I am speaking from the standpoint of the authority of knowledge, not just one who wants to speak. I've traveled to 48 of America's 50 states. I used to be in the air every time here in this country. I don't like flying anymore because I saw some hell, when I was going through investigation. Every time I went to the airport, I was searched like a common criminal. I remember coming from Spokane, how I was searched, and then another one in Lubbock, flying from Lubbock to Houston. A plane that was about to take off, they stopped the plane. I'm bumping out of it, and delayed me, searched me like hell, for what I know nothing, absolutely nothing about. But again, it's all right. I was able to make it to Dallas that night. They put me in a hotel, not so nice hotel. In the morning, the following day, the whole thing started. Drama started at Love Airport, coming from Dallas to Houston. Yes, I persevered. I knew my hands were clean. So when you listen to me, you are listening to somebody who has been fried and grilled here. All right. So that is why I remain thankful to Senator John Cornyn. He was such a good man. I wish I am able to see him again. I don't know. I've not followed up with him for a very long time, but he was such a great guy. He's a white man. He inspired me to run for office in Nigeria. I ran for Senate in Nigeria in 2019. Yeah, he was a huge inspiration. But, it is easier for me to win an election here than winning in Nigeria because of the corruption there. Yes, that is what. But I will not stop fighting for Nigeria. I will not stop speaking for those who are in trouble, for no just cause. And I will not stop speaking for people who do the right thing and that find themselves, unfortunately, because of some people who are driven by racist instincts to rope them in and make them victims of a system. So this is my calling right now. This is what I'm doing. So I love you guys, and thank you again. For those who have not subscribed, I will appreciate if you can subscribe. And those who have not followed us on Facebook, please do so, just as we are. And then do share this message. Come back always, because nearly on daily basis, we are on this, talking about one issue or the other that impact humanity negatively. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye for now.